Welcome to the Oregon Fly Fishing Blog. I'm Jay Nicholas. We're going to do another in our series of saltwater fly tying and fly fishing videos. Hey, welcome back. This fly is going to be another Coho Tube fly. Well, actually not another Coho Tube. It's another Coho fly. This happens to be a Tube Bucktail tied to imitate needlefish on a pro sport fisher nanotube, clear nanotube. When I think about it, I like to put a little drop of hydro on there. That absolutely locks in those threads. Coho bucktailing is a lot of fun. I've fished these tubes both cast and trolled. I would say this tube fly is probably most appropriate trolled, but I've used it successfully cast as well. This is diamond flat braid body, and part of the function of this body is simply to elongate the space between to where the hook is going to ride. Sometimes you don't need the body on there at all, depending on how long the wing of the fly is going to be. I'm going to put on, this is Cascade Crest, this is Everglow tubing. It's green. It's actually a kind of a glow in the dark. It has a nylon cord or cotton cord, whatever it is inside, and you pull that out. And then you unravel this material, and it, whoa, it really, it creates movement and flash in the water. Really nice. So this is a fly that's tied, fished a lot in BC. And I think there are probably folks down here in Oregon, Washington, Puget Sound that are fishing it as well. Folks that I just haven't had the pleasure of meeting yet. This is Steve Farrar blend. This is white. And I'm not going to use a reverse tie on this. I don't really need to. I want to figure out how long I want this wing to be. So there's my white. Now, here comes a bleeding black overwing. White and black might seem a little bit on the uninspired side, but white and black in the world of salmon fishing is a very, very effective color combination. The reason I'm picking at this is I don't want to make this wing fuller than it needs to be. So there's your underwing, your overwing, and for topping I'm going to use a purple Flashaboo accent. This looks suspiciously like purple crystal flash. You could consider using a peacock green for a topping also. I'm just pulling out some wild fibers. Now I'm going to add some Lateral Flash to this fly. Lateral Flash is a really nice product, and boy, it does add flash to your fly. I'll lash it on this side of the fly, about the same as the wing length. Turn my vise to the side. just a drop of hydro. We'll tack that in place. Wow, what a rude awakening. Drop that lamp. Swing that lateral flash to the far side. Drop of hydro. And all that really does is it helps manage that flash material, keep it about where I want it to be. So my fly is just about done, but I want to put some nice big eyes on that. So first I'm just gonna make sure, extra sure, because these synthetic fibers don't compress the way a bucktail does. I'm going to make sure they're not going anywhere. Of course, the nice thing about fishing a tube fly, I think I'm going to put on some red eyes. These are 5/16 adhesive holographic eyes. People have preferences about the eye color. I used a lot of the super pearl. I use the red. I have friends who like the yellow or gold eyes. I can almost see some stray strands there. So now let's try. This is tack free. I think if I had larger eyes, if I had the 3/8 inch eyes, I'd probably use the thick cure goo. Dab there. Just those eyes just a little bit. This is a fly that's going to be fished at fairly high speed, in the 2.5 to 5.5 mile per hour range. And you'll notice the wing is all tied. There's no winging or belly underneath the axis of the hook, the axis of the tube, and that helps keep this fly tracking properly. I want to add a little bit, and you'll find with the cure goo and doing these eyes, sometimes you get just the right amount on. I'm just pausing to let that fall into the shape where I want it. Let it harden. Sometimes you'll add, you put a little bit on, you put a little bit more on, add a little bit more. You do that until you have it just right. Now I'm going to slip this off, and I'm going to trim. I'm not going to heat the ends to flare it. I don't need to. I'm just putting this flat against my vise. And now I'm going to add this is an extra large hook guide. Because I'm going to fish this, and these are kind of flat on the end. You need to rotate that to where it fits appropriately. I'm going to fish this fly with a 2/0 hook. And that's a Gamakatsu big game hook. And a size 2 hook would work fine where the fish are concerned, but a size 2/0 is far more effective in providing a keel and allowing that fly to swim properly, to swim upright. So here you have what I would call a traditional BC tube needlefish for coho bucktailing. Have fun with it.